We paid the mortgage, bought some groceries, put some gas in the car. This is what happens if you don't pay your medical bills in America. You basically have 30 days to pay your medical bills, and they will call you and basically harass you every single day to pay your bill. After it's been 60 to 90 days, they will sell your medical bill to a collections agency where your medical bill will start gaining interest. And from there, they will also start harassing and calling you and basically telling you to pay your bill. Depending on how impatient your collections agency is, they can take you to court and sue you, and they can go after your wages, your paychecks, your car, your home, until that medical bill is paid off. It also really depends on the amount too. Like, I don't think they're gonna take someone to court for a $100 bill. I know that your medical bills can't affect your credit score, but once they do sell it to a collections agency, that's when it can. However, a lot of people actually don't know this, but you can actually negotiate your bill and by a lot, like half the cost, because at the end of the day, all they want is your money. You can also do this with your collections agency too. You can also do monthly payments too, and as long as you're making monthly payments on your bill, they can't come after you. So you can literally pay $1 a month and they can't come after you. Usually if you don't have insurance, there's usually charities that will help cover your costs. Even the hospital themselves will give you a discount if you don't have insurance. I know there's a lot of people that will say that their medical bill disappeared without paying for it. That's because either the collection agency gave up the cost of it, like you probably just owed like $100 and they're like, it's whatever. Or because they're gonna come after you years later once your bill has gained a lot of interest. So yeah, that's basically what happens if you don't pay your medical bills in America.
Nobody cares if you had your wedding there. It wasn't a resort, it was a plantation that had 155 slaves for the mass production of sugar cane. To me, that doesn't sound like a resort. Nope, that sounds like a what? A plantation. So save your white tears for your pillow. Save your white tears for your pillow. Save your white tears for your pillow. 'Cause glamorizing slavery is racist.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching my videos from. Welcome back to my YouTube space. For those who are coming for the first time, thank you so much for being here, and stick here, subscribe. This is the best place to be. Returning subscribers, I'm giving you the best every day, and I'll continue to give you the best. Please don't go anywhere. Today I'm talking about something interesting because it is just interesting watching what's happening right now. I'm seeing white folks on social media crying, breaking down in tears, and accepting what black people have been doing for long, because for a long time black people have been warning everyone about the system, telling them that the system does not really work how they think. Especially black people say the police don't work for the poor, or they don't protect the poor, they protect the power. The economy is designed to keep most people barely surviving. They don't listen to that. We told everyone, especially the white folks, the state will chew you up one day if you stop being useful. They didn't listen to that. Now, most white folks didn't listen to it, and right now they're catching up with it, because I am seeing back then for a long time they were not feeling it. They had this white privilege, so they thought things will stay like this for long, and those who are going through a lot were only black people. So the white folks didn't think that one day it will come and things will turn around to them. But right now, it is catching up all across the country, all across America. I'm seeing white folks creating videos, breaking down in tears, saying things like black people were right by saying this and everything. Especially the middle class white families, they are struggling to buy even groceries. People with colleges degrees living paycheck to paycheck. Folks who once believed in the American dream, now they can't even afford rent. Parents are working 2 jobs and still they can't catch up. They are still behind. Suddenly the system doesn't feel so secure anymore, and white people are coming out. And for the first time, some folks are realizing this isn't just a glitch. This is how it's supposed to work. And what's wild is black people have been here. They have been here, and black people have been in surviving mode for so long. Black people have been underpaid. Black people have been overworked, overpoliced, and blamed for our own suffering. Black people have been here. We said the economy was rigged. We said the police were violent. We said the healthcare was not built for the poor. We said the media lies. We didn't just say it, we lived it as black people. And when we spoke up, people called it complaining or playing the victim. Now, before I go down deep, because I have a lot to say on this topic, I want us to watch these clips of some white people just surviving. They are. After watching, we will come back here and try to say something on it. If you have something to say, tell me in the comment section.
I'm a nurse. I'm a registered nurse. I work full-time. He works full-time. We just got paid this past Friday, right? We paid the mortgage. Bought some groceries. Put some gas in the car. And guys, it is Tuesday. And we have like $200 or $300 to last us until next Friday. Like, we don't live in a big house. We live in a little ranch. It's 1,100 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, us and our 2 kids. And like, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm in school full time. I work full time. He works more than full time. He works overtime every week. I don't know what to do. I'm so stressed out. This isn't how it's supposed to be. You know, growing up we were told, you know, go to college, get a degree, work to support your family. Here we are. Did that. Now what? Now what? I'm not into politics. I don't follow it. Frankly, that stresses me out too. But like, I don't know, somebody has to do something to change this, because like, I make good money. He makes good money. We don't live above our means. I don't know what less than paycheck to paycheck is. What is that? Poverty. As a registered nurse, with a husband, with a second income. He doesn't make as much as I do, but he still works and brings home good money. So, I don't know. While I was in school, all I could think about was, it'll get better. It'll get better after I graduate and I start working, and we'll be able to pay our bills. We'll be able to not check the bank account if our kids say, "Mom, can we go to the movies this weekend?" Just be comfortable. And we're not. We're not at all. I don't know what else to say. It's just, I don't know. I know there's been a lot of videos on TikTok about people, talking about the economy and, just how out of control prices are right now. We're all talking about it.
I am so tired of feeling helpless as a parent. Yes, my kids are grown adults. My oldest is 28, my youngest is 25. And I thought by teaching them what I learned, which is you work hard, you get a good job, you're going to get the things in life that you need, right? Worked for me, why wouldn't it work for them? Because it doesn't. Because the world has fucking changed, all right? And now I feel like I see them struggling. And before my generation comes at me, yes, I understand struggling is a part of life. We all struggled. But there's a difference between struggling and drowning, all right? So we struggled and it was tough. But you know what? We made it. We knew there was a light at the end of the tunnel with our struggle. It seems like kids today, no matter how much they struggle, they just get further and further down the water into the drowning point, all right? When I was their age, I was making less than $10 an hour. And I can afford to live on my own. Now you have to be making 6-figure salary to get a
decent, tiny little place to live. So what the fuck is going on, and how do we help them as parents? I told my son, all you have to do is work hard, go to college, or join the military like I did. He went to college, got his degree, got a full-time job. He moved back in with me right when he graduated from college because he said, hey, Mom, as soon as I get a job, which was within 2 weeks of him getting out of college, maybe take me 2 months and I'll save up enough money for me to move out. Okay, cool. It's been 10 months. He has saved almost every dime and still can't afford to live. Why are one-bedroom studio apartments almost $2,000 a month? Why? Like, I just don't get it. So I don't even think that there's even classes anymore. There used to be, upper class, middle class, lower class. It's literally turning into the ultra wealthy, and then everybody else is just poor. Like, that's what is happening. And then I told him, hey, when you turn 25, at least your car insurance will go down. Hell no, he turned 25 and his car insurance went up $150. I tell him, if you need health insurance, get a good job. He has health insurance. He has had a medical emergency this week. Had to go to emergency room twice. He had to go to the emergency room because he couldn't get anybody to see him with the health insurance that he had. Right? So he had to go to an emergency room. Now he's out money for that too. It seems like you can never get ahead. And then my daughter, I told her all you have to do because she wanted to buy her own house. My daughter worked 6 days a week, 12 hours a day to save up enough for this down payment. Finally got this house. She's paying double what I'm paying for my mortgage, but her loan was the same amount. And then her mortgage company, after she's already moved in, said, oh, by the way, we forgot to tell you that you need this type of coverage, which we forgot in the beginning. That's an extra $200 you've been paying a month. And all they see when they come home is they watch social media, kids their age, on lavish vacations with all this money and nothing to do, all these social media influencers, because we value those types of things over hard workers. We will pay them $10,000, but you'll work 40 hours a week, you can't afford it.
Don't get me wrong, I love being single and I love living alone. It's great, it's fantastic, but fuck, it's expensive. I just spent $600 on brakes on my car, just on the front part of the car, because I couldn't afford all 4 brakes and axles and rotors and whatever the fuck. And then now I just paid my car payment, which is $500, so I just blew $1,100 in like 3 hours, and it wasn't even like fun, Fuck. Sorry, it's just so overwhelming. Like, you work and 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 you work, and it's just to pay off like your basic necessities. And you can't, like, in this city that I live in, public transport, please. If I were to do public transport, it's like asking to get rate, and I really shouldn't be crying because now I have to go to another work event, and now I'm gonna be all puffy. Living is so expensive. Just keeping yourself alive and floating is so expensive. And what I was saying before I was rudely interrupted is if I were to take public transport here, especially for my job requires a car. I have to have a bunch of shit that I have to lug with me for work. And I can't do that with public transport. I'm venting. Inflation sucks. Just living in America sucks. Living alone sucks. It's great, but it sucks. Because you have to front all the expenses by yourself. I need a husband just so that I can live. So we can split the bills. Hi guys. I'm really stressed today. I just went to the grocery store. Bought 10 items. And it was $80 freaking already. I literally have $10 left on my account. The fuck? So a little backstory. I got laid off from my job a month ago. And I've been applying for jobs months before I got laid off. Sent out hundreds of resumes already. Applied to hundreds of jobs on the internet, remote and on-site. Tailored my resume to every position that I applied using ChatGPT. Went to only a few interviews. And still nothing. Like, what the fuck is going on with America right now? Like, it's so freaking hard to live here. Like, I'm gonna stay positive. I'm gonna keep applying for jobs. I'm gonna keep showing up. But man, my bills are not going to wait.
So I just got my hospital bill in the mail. And before I had a baby, I always wondered how much it costs to have a baby here in the US. I have pretty good health insurance, but this is the breakdown of my hospital bill. So the first thing was the room where I stayed at after delivery, and that was $17,760. Pharmacy, $55. Medical surgical supplies, $1,323. Non-sterile supplies, $2,437. Sterile supply, $50. Lab work, $1,484. Immunology, $450. Hematology, $1,098. Anesthesia, $615 for that nice epidural. Drugs required, $59. Delivery room, $20,395 for a whopping total. Oh wait, no, I missed it. I don't even know what the heck this is. $5,657, and then for a whopping total of $51,383. This is before insurance, and just as an FYI, there was no complications at all during my birth. Natural delivery, no issues whatsoever.
So you telling me that I was fighting for my life for 3 months and y'all was charging me $1,200 and it's due on May 10th? Talking about you have one bill that is ready to pay. Who's ready to pay? I don't have $1,200 to get. So what's gonna go on my somebody dispute it right now. Somebody dispute this right now. And which one of y'all presidents said something about health insurance? Y'all be lying. Y'all too old to be in the office. Like, I'm irritated. $1,200. Gotta pay for everything nowadays. I even gotta pay for my own funeral.
Welcome back. Now, the system is now coming down to everyone, especially the one who thought they were safe. The white folks always thinking that the system is on their side. The privileged have brainwashed everyone to think they are better than others. But nay, you ain't other than others. The system is not for all people. It doesn't take a look on what your race is. You are getting it now real time. People getting arrested for protesting. People getting fired for speaking up. People are going bankrupt over medical bill. People crying because groceries are twice high than normal. 2 years ago, it wasn't like this. And confusion is clear. Some folks generally didn't expect this. Some white people, they did not know that a day like this will come. They thought the system was fair. They thought the system, or when you work hard, it will pay off. The dream is clear, the American dream and everything. Work hard, study hard. This is what they thought of. They thought that being on the right side politically made them immune. But no, that's not how it works. None of that matters. It doesn't matter. This isn't me mocking anybody. I'm not mocking anyone in this. I'm just stating the reality, how it is, and the truth. This is just me saying this is what we were trying to explain. This is what black people, black Americans were trying to explain for everyone 100 years back. Every day black people were trying to raise their voice, protesting. And when black people said that the system is dangerous, we were not exaggerating. It was reality, and we were telling the truth. It's just we were on the front line that time. We were receiving the hit for you. We were receiving the first punch for you. But right now, we are not in the front line. Everyone now has come to hit that. Because if you hit someone in the front line too much, he will become loose. When he becomes loose, the punch will start going backwards. So the people who are following me too will start feeling the heat. Now other people are getting in their turn in this hot seat. And it's a shock because the comfort is fading. And survival mode It's becoming the norm for more of the people. And what's even deeper is that this is not just about police and money. It's more than this. It's about being unheard. It's about being disrespected. It's about being blamed for your own struggle. Now some folks are waking up, and this is what they feel like, and it's humbling them down. You could not see videos of white people crying online back then, creating videos, crying, saying things are bad. Oh, we are not paying rent. I'm unable to pay my medical bill, and etc., etc. But you could see videos of black people going through hardship. And let me tell you, the videos of black people that were going through hardship back then, it was not black people who were filming it. They were filmed by the white media to portray how black people are suffering, to portray how Africa is dying, how poverty is eating up people, how sickness it is eating up black people. Black people never took phone, never took the camera and recorded themselves crying and surviving. But right now, I'm seeing white people being humble. The white folks are so humble, creating videos crying. Now we are seeing white tears online. We are seeing everywhere white tears. What a day to live. Back then, we were just thinking white people, we were seeing them coming, helping, wearing this short, feeding Africans, black people, carrying black kids, saying, oh, this is a little cute angel. I know, something like that. So we thought that good thing. One day I was in school back then in my grade 1, 2, 3, 4. I think the white people came to my school. They gave us pencils. They gave us footballs. Books, and we were happy. And what stuck on our mind as kids was like, oh, white people, they never go angry or hungry. White people, they never lack because of what the media sold to us and what they presented to us. But right now, humbling is humbling everyone. The humble is humbling everyone, because when you have spent your life thinking everything is fair and balanced, and then the rug gets pulled out from under you, that crash, man, it hurts a lot. It hurts a lot. Now, black people didn't just fall. We were pushed. We did not fall ourselves. We were pushed with colonization, with slavery, with the Jim Crow, with discrimination. I know you understand what I'm saying. When I know you understand the meaning of we were pushed. We just didn't fall. When Walmart Street was doing good, they bombed it down. It was our thing. We didn't fall. It was pushed down. And now it's happening across the board. The working class, students, the activists, even the so-called middle class, they are sleeping. They are facing it. Now, what does this mean? This means that the system doesn't care who you are if you don't have power. The system doesn't care your color. If you are white, doesn't care. And that's why on April 5th, we saw white people protesting because of how economy is hard. If things were okay on them, they could not go on the road. Black people did not go to protest. Why? It's not that we are getting it easy. It's not that we are on the good side. No. We have been here for so long, and we know how to receive the punch. What does that mean? That means that whiteness isn't as shield as it used to be, especially when you are broke, when you don't have money, when you are poor. And that's why I always say the white privilege have brainwashed a lot of white people. The poor white people, instead of struggling, working for it, you are sitting down, waiting for the money they usually give people. You are sitting down, you don't want to work, because of the privilege. Now the system is turning against you. You don't have elsewhere to go. You lack rent, you lack food, groceries high, you can't provide everything because the privilege lied to you. It means that playing by the rules won't save you. When the rules were made to protect the top 1% and you are not on the top 1%, you ain't on the top 1%. Let's not lie to each other. And this means what? If you have been ignoring black people warnings for the last 100 years, you might want to revisit those conversations. If black people are warning you through WhatsApp groups, go on those conversations, revisit. Back 100 years. If we were posting on Facebooks and Twitters, go and revisit. Because go there and learn the tricks. Because we were not just speaking for ourselves. We were speaking about a system that will eventually come for everyone and eats up. A system that will not favor you. We were talking about that system. I'm not saying told you so. No. And I'm not mocking you. I'm saying that this is a moment to understand what we have been saying all along. It's a moment to understand that black people have been right all along. This country will wear you out. It will use you up. And it will make you think it's your fault. And it will do with a smile. Bring white South Africans, white farmers, and those who are not MAGA farmers in America. You know what's going on. Latinos who have been here for so long, maybe you're being deported because you are no longer useful. The useful people to come in. Black people who are not useful to be immigrated. The useful one to be accepted. You know? So if you are feeling it now, that pressure, that anxiety, the fear, you are not alone. You are just late to the party. The party started way back. This party, black people were here. We brought water. We were the one drinking water before Jesus turns it to wine. This party you are seeing, white people crying, white folks going through a lot, living paycheck to paycheck, having no job, having let in rent, working 2 jobs, 3 jobs for you to catch up. This party, black folks who are here. We were drinking pure water, just water, before Jesus came and say, I'm turning this to wine. Now you have come and drink wine. Now it's going back to water. You are like, oh, this is too bitter. It's not bitter. I always tell people, black people are the first people on the face of the earth. We were here to amend ways for you. We were here to tell you how it's going on. We were here to receive the punch for you. We were here to receive the hardship for you and tell you. So for those who listened up, they knew what to do. And they are not crying anymore. But for those who ignored the call of black people or what black people are saying, you're getting it hard. And the only real question I'm going to ask is, so that you are out here with the tears, crying and everything, you know what's going on, what are you going to do with this? Are you still going to keep quiet? Are you going to speak out? Are you going to join black forces? You know, are you going just to stay silent until it gets worse? Or are you finally ready to see that black people weren't dramatic? What are you going to do? That is my real question to the white folks who are listening to this video or watching this video. Because when black people said we are surviving, you thought it was a joke. Now we are all surviving. It is everyone's problem right now. And the only way through it is together. Yeah, if you want to join the party, if you want to join Black People Force, BLM and everything, join it now. I know the privilege will not allow you to join. The ego is too high. The ego of privilege is too high because you'll be suffering and you'll be like, oh, I'm white. I can't shout. I'm white. I can't protest. I'm white. I'm not going to go broke. I'm white, etc., etc. That's not how it's happening. How it's happening is you need to call out the system because this system doesn't care about you anymore. The system only care for the rich people, only rich. And that's why I say the system works for the 1%, top 1%. So when I see white MAGAs out here complaining, say, oh, we voted, we now regretting voting for Trump. No, it's not that Trump doesn't know that. He knew that you're going to cry about it. But he wanted your votes. To use you get that votes. After getting that votes, he will go with his own agenda. And his own agenda is for the rich. It's not for the poor white people. The privilege only works for you when it was back then. Now times are different. And times being different, black people are smiling everywhere on social media. When white people were protesting, shouting on April 5th, black people were sitting on their homes watching Wakanda 2, watching how Titanic ship was rescued or was sinking. But white people were on the street. That does not mean that black people does not feel the pain. Does not mean that we don't feel that pain. Does not mean that the economy is good on us or we are getting easy. No, it means that black people have already accepted this, and they have been here watching the drama, watching the movie, playing the card. And they know very well it is not always flowers or kings or queens. They know sometimes it is joker. And this joker comes again and again, again and again. So they know this structure. They know how the system plays the game. That's why black people are not like angry about it. They know how to play with the joker, the diamonds. They know how to play with the flowers and kings and queens and everything. The folks were only receiving the kings, queens, flowers and everything. So you thought this is easy for you. But no, come on this side. It's very rare. It's very rare right now to see a black person crying or regretting. No. We are here. We have already knew what's going to happen and we are ready to face it. And this fight for right now, it's not fight for black people. It's fight for all of us. Latino, go on the street if you want to go. White, go on the street. Fight for your right. Everyone to fight for his and own right. Because black people, what we are fighting right now is to make sure, to make it easy for the reconnect of black people and Africans. That's why we are fighting for. We are fighting for our unity. Till next episode, peace out.